This lesson is going to address the third grade standard NBT, which means numbers in base 10. We're going to be adding some numbers, whole numbers, and we're also going to be estimating numbers and using the cube strategy for the word problem portion of this question. So I see that there's a table here, and I have some information. It says the table below shows how many people attended softball games 3 days in Rule Hall this week. So I'm seeing the table, and it has Thursday 115, Friday 258, and Saturday 484. So here's the question that goes with the table. How many more people attended the softball game on Saturday than on Thursday and Friday combined? Okay, so I'm going to use my cubes strategy so that I know what I need to look for in this table. So it says, how many more people attended the softball game on Saturday than on Thursday and Friday combined? Well, I can't circle any numbers here. The numbers are in my table, but I can go back to the question to make sure I have underlined the entire question and look for key words. Okay, so how many more? How many more attended on Saturday than on Thursday and Friday combined? Now, I remember that we had a question that was similar to this, and I had some students, they read up to this part, and they just wrote how many attended on Saturday. So let's look at again how many more people attended the softball game on Saturday than on Thursday and Friday combined. Combined means we're going to have to add these two. So I'm going to use the place value strategy, and I'm going to use a place value chart. I'm going to go hundreds, tens, ones, so that I can find the total, the combined attendance from Thursday and Friday. So I have 115 plus 258. Okay, I'm going to take the 115 and I'm going to put a box for the 100, a 10, and the dots represent ones. So that's my 115. I'm going to put a check so I know I already put that one down. Now I have 258. So I will add 2 more boxes for hundreds, 5 tens, and I like to keep them in rows of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8 ones. Okay, now I have to combine them. I have to add them up. So I have 10. I see I have 10 ones. I can't keep 10 ones. I can't keep 13 ones in the ones place. So I'm going to bundle these 10, and I'm going to bring them over and put a 10 here. Now I see I don't have more than 9 here, so I'm good. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, that's my hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, tens, 373. Okay, but is that my answer? 373? Let me go back and read the question. How many more people attended the softball game on Saturday than on Thursday and Friday combined? Oh, this is Thursday and Friday. So I'm not done. That's just Thursday and Friday combined. I'm going to get a clean piece of paper here. So this is combined. I have to look at 484. I have to find the difference. How many more people attended on Saturday. So Saturday, and I'll just write this here so I don't get confused, is 484. And Thursday and Friday, we found was 373. But we have to find the difference. That means our operation is going to be subtracting. So to subtract, I can do the same thing I did. I can make a place value chart. And I'm going to put my 484 in the place value chart. There's 4 hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. Well, I have to put a check. I have to take away 373. Okay, I'm going to cross out 3. So that's 300. I have 7 tens, and I see that I do have enough here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 3 ones. 1, 2, 3. Now I see there's 1 left here, 1 left here, 1 left here. So my answer statement is there were 111 more people on Saturday. Or I could say 111 more people attended Saturday. Either statement answers my question. So let me go back and look at my question again. How many more people attended the softball game on Saturday than on Thursday and Friday combined? My answer is there were 111 more people on Saturday, or 111 more people attended Saturday. Okay, now there's another part, an additional part to this question. It tells us, it says, using the table above, estimate how many people attended the games on all 3 days combined. All 3 days combined. Okay, they want us to use the table. They want us to estimate these numbers. So I'm going to take a clean piece of paper, and I'm going to remind you or show you how you can estimate. I have 115, 258, and 484. Now, one of the ways to estimate is using number lines. And I like this way because it's a visual way to see the estimate. So I'm going to do what's called front end estimation. So this is hundreds. I want to round this to the hundreds. And when I'm rounding, the number that I'm rounding, it can either stay the same. And so by staying the same, that means it would stay 100. Or the only other choice is it goes up 100. Okay, it can either stay 100, that means rounding down, or go up to 200. And I'm going to place in the middle of 100 and 200, 150. That would be what's in the middle of 100 and 200. And then I look at my line and I think, well, is 115 less than 150 or more? It doesn't matter really so much where you put this. It doesn't have to be exact. The thing is, it has to show you that I would round this to 100 because it's much closer to 100 than 200. So I'm going to do the same for 258. So I look at the hundreds and I'm going to, when I round down, that means I'm rounding it to 200. I just look at where the 2 is. I look in the hundreds, it's a 2, so that's 200. Rounding up just means I go up 100, so that's 300. In the middle of 200 and 300 is 250. So I'm looking at 258. And I say to myself, is that less than 250 or more? Well, I know that 258 is more, and I'm not going to be super picky about where I put it here. The main thing is that I know that it's closer to 300. Now I have 484. So again, if I rounded it down, it would be 400. If I round up, it would be 500. And in the middle of those two would be 450. So I look, I see 484. Is that less than 450 or more than 450? Well, it's more, so I'm going to put it about here. And that means this would round up to 500. That would be the estimate. So if they asked here, using the table above, estimate how many people attended the games on all 3 days combined. So I'm going to add up 100 plus 300 plus 500. And really, when you're adding hundreds, I mean, you could, if you wanted to make we don't have any tens or anything, but if you wanted to do a hundreds chart and do 1 and then 3 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you could do that and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which would make it 900. Or you just look at these front digits. 1 and 3 is 4, plus 5 is 9, and you would have 900. The estimate of people who attended is 900. Okay, so that is how you use a table to answer a question and to find an estimate.